you and me could go back and forth just talking about if you were to start today, if you were to start a YouTube channel, what would you do differently? Right. And how would you get that up and running, you know, if you wanted to as quickly as possible, no matter what the space is? Because I think a lot of the videos they talk about, well, it depends on what niche you are. Depends on what, well, not really. Like if you, I don't want to say a one size fits all because it's not, right? But like, you know, if somebody said like, I wanted to do, you know, I got 45 minutes a day, right? 45 minutes a day. I'm going to do it every day, like going to the gym, right? You know, that's a million seconds a year. You know, like realistically, if you do that for 2 or 3 years, you could make a side hustle into, you know, probably several $1,000s a month. You know, that's realistic.
What I would say up front is there's two, if you want to do faceless or not. And just the quick pros and cons of that are it's nice doing faceless because the channel is not reliant on you. So you have a little more time flexibility.
Yep. Which
is nice. The con of it is twofold. One, the expenses are generally higher because you're kind of hiring out. So there's a little more pieces to the puzzle. So you got to you're kind of doing a little more managing. And the second being sponsors don't typically want to work with you as much when you don't have a face to the channel. Yeah. Something we've learned kind of the hard way of these faceless channels. They're really, there's a lot of more pros than I mentioned, but you got to think about that. Like, do you want to do it? Are you going to be getting in front of the camera, this or that? Or do you kind of want to manage it? And I would say that's the first decision I would make and the second thing I would do, I would look at who's doing it well, you know, kind of like do some market research and look up other channels. Who's doing it well, kind of write down what they're doing and then kind of tweak it into your own format and go. Yeah. 30 videos, go. What are they doing well with thumbnails and titles? What are they doing well? How could I make it a little different? Go. You know, don't worry about making it perfect. Try and get better with every video. Do 30 and just do that. That's what I would say. That, you know, don't worry about what niche. Do something that you want to do.
Yeah, it's good advice. I mean, it's because I think what you were saying before is that so many people, they tend to quit pretty early in this game, right? They just,
the whole trick is not quitting.
Yeah. And you got to be patient. You know, like it's not going to happen overnight for the most part.
No way.
You know,
it's going to be, you know, I hate this fucking quote because anyway, it's one of those, it's not, what's it called? It's exponential, the return. It's not linear.
Right.
So like, you're not going to like do A and get B like in a normal job. I do this many hours of work. I get this much money. That's not how it goes.
It's an investment.
It's in a long-term investment, but when you hit, the results can be exponential because you'll just go here, 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 and then like that. It's happened with every single one of our channels. It's always just, it's crawling. On day 80 or day 120, one video just, and you're like, holy shit. And then all your videos start getting burned, and now you're in level 2.
Yeah.
And your video has what's called, what's the term for it? When you're like preferred. Almost like you're the preferred channel that the algorithm spits out.
Oh, you're suggested. You're in the...
Yeah, there's a word for it. I can't remember. But once you're in the algorithm, it's like one of the preferred outlets for said type keyword or content. Right. And, you know, because you're being served all the lookalike audiences.
Oh, you're trending in that direction. And
so, like, then you're on level 2, level 3. But you can't ever get there unless you do, like, 30 videos. It's just not going to happen. It's too competitive of a space right now. Yeah. And you're not going to be good on your first 2. Yeah. You're not even be good until 20. You don't even know what you have yet.
Yeah, and what's crazy about that is it's incredibly competitive, but there's still only 1% of those people who are actually producing videos. Right. You know, right? It's just like there's still a massive opportunity, but it's still a very competitive space. It's just like
it's a massive opportunity because the demand is insatiable.
That's the thing. The market is just so high.
Exactly.
Always. And it's just
people
growing.
Just want to consume content.